We're now at Youth Services Center out on Lima Road, where about a year ago we were here talking about the two group homes and questionable future for their existence. We wanted to bring you up to date on what's transpired since last year, and Christopher Dunn, who's the Executive Director of Youth Services Center, is joining us now for that. Chris, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kind of go back and let's retrace a year ago and bring some of the folks up to speed if they're not familiar with the history. The two youth homes, Kreider and Yoder group homes, we weren't sure what was going to happen as far as their future is concerned. Kind of explain why this all came about.
Some changes at the state level affected the funding for the group homes, and we could not meet the requirements that were set by the state and federal government to keep them open. We attempted to privatize them with several agencies in Indiana, and all of those attempts failed. The group homes had to be closed as of July.
Now, in fact, we thought we had, Allen County government thought they had a situation worked out with a private operator, White's, out of Wabash, right?
Correct. And then when White's tried to work with the state to get their per diem approved, they were unsuccessful.
And a lot of this had to stem from the fact that you had to meet certain requirements in terms of the number of young people that you could house at these two homes. Is that right?
Correct. The number of kids, along with the per diem or the financial side of it, it just wasn't meeting state requirements, and because of the economy. So we had to close the group homes as of July 6th, and we continued working to find an alternative youth serving program.
Well, you've gotten back together with White's now, and you have been able to come up with something. So kind of explain a little bit about what they will be doing with the two homes.
That is correct. We have continued working with White's. They have a foster home in the old Kreider house. The home has a husband and wife living there, and they are taking in boys. The two boys they have right now are teenage boys. They can take up to 6 kids into the home, teenage boys. They're currently living there right now with the two boys, and then they're using the old Yoder house as the White's local office. Currently their office is over in the Boeing building over on Goshen Road, and they will be moving into the Yoder house when they get it all set up for their offices. Long-term goal is that they would convert that to a foster home also. They want to wait and make sure the current foster home stays busy with enough kids.
Is this kind of a different type of situation for foster homes? I guess I've always thought of foster homes as young people are put into a person's residence, just a private residence. This is a home in which the two foster parents are living here on your grounds at Youth Services Center. Is that a little different from what I guess would be traditional foster home setting?
Yes, it is very different. It's very different to us also. We can, it feels strange having a family living on grounds here, but everything's working out great. We're just happy to have someone using the homes, a positive youth program here in their presence. We look forward to working with them. They can benefit this agency, and it's just nice to be able to keep some of the kids in a foster home locally. So it's just a unique but interesting.
And are these foster parents, are they in essence employees of White's, or kind of, how does that work, do you know?
It's still working very much the same as foster homes normally do. At least one of the foster parents must work outside of the home, and that is what's going on right now. Both of them can work outside the home as long as they're meeting the needs of the children in the home. The age level they're taking, the kids are going to be in junior high or high school.
And again, these are young people who are sent there by the courts, is that right?
Correct. They're placed there through the courts, usually through Department of Child Services. They're not allowed to return home for one reason or another, and they're in need of services, and then they're going to receive them here on grounds.
And what kind of deal do you have with White's right now?
That deal was arranged through the Allen County Commissioner's Office. White's is renting both homes from the county and paying the county commissioners for the use of those homes. And we're going to work with them to make sure the operation here on grounds is successful, as far as taking care of the homes and the yards and that kind of thing. It's been pretty positive so far.
And I know you mentioned this, but I know you're extremely happy that these two facilities are back in use now.
Yeah, prior to that, the county was paying the utilities, and we were on a daily basis, or weekly basis, walking through the homes just to make sure that, pipes weren't breaking in the wintertime and the freezing, and the sump pump in the basements are working, and just making sure everything is safe and secure. But now with somebody in the home daily, and that being their responsibility, it takes that burden and that concern, that worry off of us. So it's nice to have them being used.
Well, Chris, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing how this, I guess you call it, on-site foster home concept works here at Youth Services Center, and then we'll be checking back with you and see how things go. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and we're looking forward to it.